On a Sunday morning in Sydney, an 18-year-old ran 19.67 seconds. It was the fastest Usain Bolt ever ran as a teenager. Then this young man approached Noah Lyles, the man who claims to be the fastest person alive, and said something that completely halted the sprint world in its tracks. This is the shocking revelation that Gout Gout made. And Lyles didn't really know how to respond. Gout Gout was born in Ipswich, Queensland, Australia, on December 29, 2007. Bona and Monica, his parents, were from South Sudan. After fleeing the fighting, they spent years in Egypt before coming to Australia in 2005. Gout was born 2 years later. Just 40 kilometers from Brisbane, the site of the 2032 Olympics, he is one of 7 children growing up. During the age of 12, his coach, Diane Shepherd, noticed him during a school carnival. That day, she witnessed something that most coaches never get to see. He broke the Australian under-18 200-meter record at the age of 15. He finished the 100 meters in the Queensland Athletics Championships in 10.29 seconds when he was 16 years old. Then, that same year, he accomplished something that no one in Australian sports believed was feasible. Peter Norman's national 200-meter record, which had held for 56 years since the 1968 Mexico City Olympics, was eliminated by him. At 16, athletes do not break 56-year records. Gout did. He was signed by Adidas before to his high school graduation. He was not yet supposed to be at that level. However, this is the portion that initiates all subsequent moments. Gout Gout was flown to Florida by Adidas to work with Noah Lyles. The same coach and the same facilities. 2 weeks together, Lance Brahman. The majority of youngsters in that situation would remain silent, keep their heads down, and simply express gratitude for the opportunity to share a track with an Olympic champion. Most teenagers did not have gout. He was invited to appear on Lyles' podcast, Beyond the Records. And seated just next the man who had just tied Usain Bolt with 4 consecutive World 200-meter championships. Gout Gout gave him a look and uttered these exact words. "I'm attempting to show you the situation. I want to make a big impression. I'll do whatever it takes to convince Noah that I'm vying for that position. I'll do it. I'm secretly hoping to win a medal. Run up Noah or attempt to pursue him in that final." On Noah Lyles' podcast, he made that statement. "That's what I love to hear," Lyles retorted. However, here is the unexpected cliffhanger. Before he saw the whole potential of Gout Gout, Lyles spoke those statements. Because what followed not only supported but also amplified the bombshell. Tokyo will host the World Athletics Championships in September 2025. 17-year-old Gout Gout enters the world's largest track event outside of the Olympics. The other men competing in the 200 meters are in their mid to late 20s. Completely developed and proficient. They participated in the Olympic finals. Gout advanced to the semi-finals. He missed the final by just 1 spot, finishing 4th in 20.36 seconds. For a 17-year-old competing in a senior world championship, that in and of itself was remarkable. Keep that number in your possession. Later on, it matters. Then, on February 21, 2026, Gout attended the De Bird Smith Shield, a modest Saturday morning club gathering in Brisbane. Little crowd, no large cameras. Only a week prior, he had made the decision to compete in the 100 meters. He completed 10 runs. 0.000 seconds flat with a wind speed of at least 9 meters per second. That timing was equivalent to the quickest 100 meters that an Australian guy has ever run at home. Additionally, it eliminated the previous record of 10.15 seconds in the Australian under-2100 meter race. A few minutes after that conclusion, manager James Templeton received a text message. It originated with Olympic 100-meter winner Noah Lyles' personal coach, Lance Brahman. There were 4 words in the message. "The boy is on his way." That was only a warm-up. Continue to observe. Following Gout's 20.36-second semi-final run, a reporter in Tokyo asked Noah Lyles what he thought of the adolescent Australian. In his own semi-final, Lyles had just recorded the fastest 200-meter time in the globe for the entire year 2025 to 1951 seconds. He won the 100 meters at the Olympics. He has recently tied the 4 consecutive World 200-meter championships held by Usain Bolt. Every other sprinter in the planet is evaluated against him. He is more talented than I was, not he has potential, he added, glaring directly at the journalists. I won't be able to see this child for a few years. The 17-year-old was already more talented than he had been at the same age, according to the Olympic winner. Lyles ran 10 in 2015 at the age of 17. 20.1 seconds in the 200 meters and 14 seconds in the 100 meters. Both of those markings had previously been defeated by Gout. At that time, his personal best was a complete 20.02 seconds. 16 seconds quicker than Lyles for the same age. 0.16 seconds is a big difference when sprinting. That distinguishes gold from failing to advance to the final. Additionally, Gout received the most crucial guidance of his early career from Lyles. Saying no is a skill. Keep your composure. Keep the emphasis intact. Lyles concluded with 3 words in a private message. Go be amazing. April 12, 2026. Olympic Park Athletic Centre in Sydney. The identical track was constructed for the Olympics in Sydney in 2000. At the Australian Athletics Championships, Gout competed in the men's 200-meter final. He recorded a single number in his notes prior to the race, 19.75 seconds. For the whole week, he told himself the same thing. Aidan Murphy, 22, didn't back down from the curve. He shoved Gout down the straight more forcefully than anyone could have predicted. Gout discovered a piece of equipment he had never used previously. With a permitted wind measurement of plus 1.7 meters per second, he crossed the finish line in 19.67 seconds. Now, do you recall the time in Tokyo when Gout came in 4th and missed the final by 1 spot? By April 2026, the same adolescent who ran 20.36 seconds in September 2025 had dropped to 19.67 seconds. In just 7 months, that is a decrease of 69 seconds. Every discussion in track and field was altered by the data underlying that run. When Usain Bolt was a teenager, his lifetime best time was 19.93 seconds. Now is Gout Gout at 18. 26 seconds quicker than the world's best sprinter. Was in the same stage of his career. At 19.69 seconds since 2022, he surpassed American Arian Knighton's official world under-20 record. He broke 20 seconds in the 200 meters, making history as the first Australian male to do so. That run would have won a bronze medal at the 2024 Olympics in Paris, right ahead of Noah Lyles, according to Raw Times. The boy is coming after the 10, Lance Brahman texted. 000 in Brisbane. That same text reached a whole different level after 19.67. Gout stated, I wrote down 19.75 after Sydney. I've been telling myself, I am running 1975 and obviously 19.67, for the past week. You must adore it. There is still a gap to the global ceiling. At 19.31 seconds, Lyles is the American record holder. Little Tobago passed away in 1950, but Gout took care of this on his own following Tokyo. Time is what I have on them. They might not have 15 years, but I definitely have 15. I'll be much better at 25 if I can accomplish this at 17. When Brisbane, which is 40 kilometers from his school, holds the 2032 Olympics, he will be 24 years old. He forfeits his place at the Commonwealth Games to compete at the World Under-20 Championships in August 2026 at Hayward Field in Eugene, Oregon. Usain Bolt did just that in 2002. The young man who appeared on Noah Lyles' show and declared his intention to challenge him is no longer only speaking. The Olympic champion's coach is monitoring his splits in real time. The bombshell has already dropped, and many are running away from it. In 19.67 seconds, Gout Gout completed the 200 meters. Usain Bolt never ran at the same age as that time. He was ranked 16th on the all-time list. The all-time list, not the junior list. That's not the true tale, though. Gout Gout had one issue that nearly guaranteed no one would ever know his name before any of those documents were created. During a civil war, his parents, Monica and Bona, fled South Sudan. Before coming to Australia in 2005, they lived in Egypt for many years. 2 years later, on December 29, 2007, Gout was born in Ipswich, Queensland, as one of 7 children in a home that prioritized survival over sports. Even before he set foot on a track, the name was problematic. What is his true name? A selection trial for the GP's athletics team was taking place in Year 7 at Ipswich Grammar School. It was not meant to contain Gout. To fill a void, someone required a body. Someone called his name. He arrived wearing sand shoes. Standard school shoes. No warm-up, no plan, no spikes. The boys he lined up with had on the appropriate track spikes. A few had previously participated in national competitions. Gout had nothing. Nevertheless, he abandoned each and every one of them. Coaches broke off in the middle of their sentences. The onlookers looked away. Without a single day of track training, the child wearing sand shoes had just defeated skilled sprinters. He competed at the GP's athletics meet the following week and broke every record that stood in his way. Everything should have changed at that time, but it didn't. It's one thing to break records while wearing sand shoes. It's quite different to feel like you belong on a global scale. And Gout Gout was still completely devoid of that belief. That was the actual issue that the title refers to. And fixing it required a single individual. Gout began collaborating with Dee Shepherd in 2021. Since 2003, she had been Ipswich Grammar's track coach. She didn't have any formal sporting experience. When she inquired about becoming the school's track coach in the early 2000s because her son was a quick child, she was informed that only staff members may apply. In order to qualify, she resigned her work at a supermarket and obtained a job distributing school uniforms. Dee Shepherd is a woman like that. When she first saw Gout run, she went immediately to the headmaster of the junior school and said, "Watch me. I'm going to turn that person into a champion." He assumed she was kidding. She never makes jokes. She sat down with Gout shortly afterward and met his gaze. She uttered 4 words. "You have a lot of potential." The part that hits the hardest is what happened next. Years later, Gout Gout described the sensation. "That was the first time anyone ever told me something like that," he remarked. Just stop there. This child had been a runner since 7th grade. Wearing sand shoes, he had defeated competitors at the national level. Every school record that was in front of him had been broken by him. And not a single instructor or coach over that entire period.